everyone. Welcome now to the self-service organization responsibility in the SOC 2 examination. So, for example, if UST work with self-service organization, say a third-party vendor, and the inclusive method is used, then UST management must also ensure that the self-service organization management take responsibility for certain tasks. Remember, inclusive, right? Take responsibility for certain tasks. Put everything, they're going to check, maybe they are certain controls that the subset organization will have to implement, right? And that's why USC also want to make sure that, the subset organization take responsibility of like certain tasks, and that's inclusive. Again, everything will be documented in the report. This include providing an assertion and supporting evidence for the subservice controls. Do you see, for example, if there are controls that they'll be testing or assessing, then the subservice organization can also provide those evidence. That's why we talk about inclusive method. As of now, we really understand what that entails. But what if, let's say, for example, the subservice organization management must provide an assertion regarding the system description and the effectiveness of controls. For example, if UST uses a cloud providers, the cloud provider must assess that their security controls, such as encryption, meet the agreed upon standards. If no assertion from self-service organization, said no assertion is being if no assertion from self-service organization, no assertion is being provided. If the self-service organization does not provide the necessary assertion, the UST will have to use the KPAC method. You understand? Because if you're not giving no assertion, I don't know how effective your control are. You don't know what you're doing. Like the statement, you have to tell that everything has been designed, implemented, and I'm working effectively. But if USC cannot get that from their sub-service organization, then it's better to go in for a keep-add method than an inclusive method. And remember, you, the user entity, now we are talking, say you are helping your organization achieve SOC 2 report. This is the role that you'll be playing. But what if you are on the other side where you have to review this report? Remember the user of the report. And each time you see that report, it tells you of a keep-out method or inclusive method. What are you going to do? Right? And that's where we are performing due diligence, depending on the criticality or sensitivity of your data. You need to be able to understand what kind of method are being used. Is it an inclusive method or a keep-out method? This means that the self-service organization controls would not be fully included in the system description. Do you see? So if it's not included in the system description, at this point, we don't even know how type of service or controls or things they will be doing. So if they are going with keep out method, you as a user entity now you where they'll have to issue that report. What are you gonna do? How are you going to perform due diligence? And I said this field or session in security, I told you guys I'm very, very passionate about everything that has to do with risk management. I'm very, very passionate. That's the truth. And cybersecurity, everything is all about risks. So, but let's talk about the summary of this role. UST is responsible for preparing a clear and accurate system description. UST must provide an assertion that accompanies the system description, which ensures the auditor that the system is operating as described. UST must identify any risks and implement controls to meet service commitment. UST is also responsible for providing the service auditor with necessary information and access to personnel. In cases where sub-service organizations are involved, UST must ensure that those organizations also provide necessary documentation as well as assertion, right? Then we'll talk about management responsibility at the end of the engagement. Now, what's UST responsibility at the end of that engagement? Say auditors have come in, they want to access and everything. What are those responsibilities? What are you guys gonna do? Remember what we discussed as some of the preconditions, what UST will need to do before the engagement, before they can even engage, with the auditing, but what responsibility will UST involve, or what other responsibilities that they need, like they have at the end of the engagement. And with that, I'll definitely see you people in the next video. And if you are watching, remember to like, subscribe, comment, put whatever questions you might have, and I'll be more than ready to address those. I'll see you guys in the next